Irish other income, fees, that's pretty straightforward. Untaxed income, pretty straightforward. Deposit interest, yeah, everyone knows that works with dirt and 33%. Irish dividends, obviously, they should have had 25% dividend withholding tax withheld. So obviously what you do is you put in the gross dividend, apply the tax and claim a credit for the DWT already taken. In terms of settlements, covenants, estate income, that's the income that has been received in from those. And when it comes to maintenance, I suppose, just to be aware that you'd often see this in a marital situation. And when we come on to charges later, you'll see the mirror image of this. But if you have a situation where spouses have separated and there's maintenance payments, that's taxable income under Schedule D Case 4 for the recipient spouse. But obviously, if maintenance is paid for the benefit of children, it's not taxable at all. So this is where in box 406 is where you'll be putting in the maintenance payment received by the spouse that is getting money from the other former spouse. Patent royalty income, that's straightforward enough. Other income, that's a gross amount of other incomes. That's typically annuities and what have you. Investment undertakings, the 41% exit tax. I think you just record it there, but the actual tax is paid at source by the life company. IREFs, they go in there. Deemed income, that's an employment benefit trust. And income from sources not shown elsewhere. That's the kind of case for catch-all. I think if there's something you weren't sure how to tax it, but you knew it needed to be taxed, that's probably where you would put it. And I was trying to think of the sort of categories of income that would be in there, and it's kind of included in the notes that Alan mentioned. They talk about sums from discontinuance of a trade or profession. Section 806, transfer of assets abroad. I've seen a couple of cases on that recently, and we're looking at something and thinking in terms of how you might settle something, and that's where it goes in. It goes into that box there. It goes into box 412. It doesn't mention it in the guidance on it, but I wonder if that's where you put remittances. If you have someone who's non-domiciled and they remit income, I wonder if that's where it goes, although it possibly could be covering one of the other foreign income boxes. In fact, I think it might be another one there. So that's where you kind of have your Schedule D case for catch-all. And just in the context of, say, offshore funds and Section 806 and things as well, it's worth noting that income that is taxed under Case 4 typically does not benefit from the remittance basis. Income under Schedule D Case 3 does. So there's a distinction there. And in the context of offshore funds in particular, that was a change that was made by Revenue. I think it was in Finance Act 2007. So that's kind of just the kind of Irish other income, not a whole heap there, relatively straightforward.